Welcome to the Stop Overdrinking and Start Living podcast, where high-achieving working moms come to learn how to stop overdrinking, reduce overwhelm and anxiety, and show up like the players they were meant to be. I'm your host, Angela Mascenik, and let's dig in. Welcome to episode 13, Your Beliefs. Hello, how are you guys? I'm amazing. It's the last week of March. Can you believe that? I know I keep saying this, but time is flying. It's spring. It's beautiful outside. I actually just got back from a trip to Seattle. I went out there to meet a life coach idol. Her name is Susan Hyatt. If you guys have not checked her out, I highly recommend that you do. She just wrote the book Bear, and Bear is a 7-week program to transform your body, get more energy, feel amazing, and become the bravest, most unstoppable version of you. And she is on a book tour right now. And I read the book, and it's absolutely amazing. And she talks a lot about bringing more joy and pleasure into your life so that you don't overeat and overdrink at the end of the day because you feel like you need little peaks of happiness. And so she actually inspired me to sign up to get guitar lessons, something completely outside of life coaching or physical fitness, to bring joy to my life. And I'm super excited. I'm taking my first guitar lesson next week. I see myself rocking out on stage in front of an audience, maybe doing some life coach talking or rocking out with some other badass mamas on stage with my guitar. So I actually went to Seattle to see her speak and talk about her book, and I met her in person. I've been following Susan for a while. She worked with Brooke Castillo at the Life Coach School way back in the day together, and that's how I learned about Susan and all the amazing work she does. So I highly recommend that you guys go check her out. Visiting Seattle was cool. I got to see my friends, and I did an amazing hike up Mount Si, which is near Snoqualmie and North Bend, which is like towards the Cascades. So we're more of the eastern side of the Seattle area, and it was awesome. It's one of my favorite hikes out there. It gains 5,000 feet in elevation, and it's pretty much straight up 4 miles and then straight down 4 miles. So it was definitely like a 5-hour adventure. Got to hike over some snow and really challenge ourselves. That was super fun. I also tried the Peloton Bike, which is amazing. If you guys have not tried that yet or have an opportunity to try one, it's a fancy new spin bike that has like on-demand classes and live classes you can join with total badass instructor with great music, and that was really, really cool too. So getting back from that and settling into things and connecting with you all. So I wanted to talk to you guys this week about beliefs. And I looked up belief on Google because I wanted to see what Google had to say as a definition. And it says that belief is an opinion or something that a person holds to be true. And I think that's an interesting definition. Something that a person holds to be true, right? But it's not a fact. We say it's true. We often feel that it can't be argued with, but our beliefs are not fact. They are really just thoughts that we have thought repeatedly, and they become our beliefs, right? We are taught how to believe when we were kids by our parents. And these beliefs are often focused around how we should work, what kind of parents we should be, what we believe about money, or how often or how other people should behave. We grew up hearing these beliefs and then adopted them as our own, often unconsciously. We have beliefs about ourselves and our capabilities. You may have a strong belief about yourself, like, I'm just not good at math, and you believe that to be a fact, right? But it's not. It's just a belief, which is a thought, and it isn't necessarily true. We know it's a belief or a thought because you can change it if you want to. You might have a strong belief that I'm not good with technology, or I am just somebody who can't tolerate not having a plan or clear directions in my job. But these are just your beliefs. I had a lot of beliefs about my husband, like my husband is lazy if he doesn't help clean up after dinner. We need to clean everything up first, then we can relax. I believed this to be true, like a fact, like that's how you're supposed to do things, right? My parents had that belief about how things should be done in the house, and I adopted it as the truth, and I never even thought to challenge it. These are just these thoughts I had in my head when my husband didn't meet these expectations or these beliefs I had about how things should happen. I didn't even realize that I had adopted my beliefs according to what my parents taught me as a child. But that's what happened. And until I got into this line of work and started challenging my beliefs when they weren't serving me, right? That belief I had that we need to clean everything up first, then we can relax, that was a belief I had. But when I thought that, and it wasn't met, like that expectation and that belief wasn't met by the other person, then I felt bad. Like I felt frustrated or angry. And when I felt that way, I would lash out or I would yell or I would nag, right? So I know that belief and those thoughts weren't serving me because it was causing me to not feel the way I wanted to feel and not to behave the way I wanted to behave, right? So our beliefs often don't serve us when we are trying to change. You might believe that it'll be hard to cut back on drinking, or I can't imagine my life without it, or people are boring that don't drink, or I'll be judged or make people feel uncomfortable if I don't drink. Have you ever thought that? Do you have these kind of beliefs around drinking? All of these are beliefs you have, and if you believe them so hard, you think that they are a fact, but they aren't. They are basically just opinions that you have. We know this because other people will have different thoughts and opinions about the same topics. Want to know something else? Just because we have been believing something our whole lives doesn't mean we have to keep believing it. What? Yeah, we can give it all up. I gave up the one about my husband being lazy, and now I don't feel so much resentment and negativity towards him when he doesn't jump up and clean the whole kitchen. I decided to believe that he's capable of deciding what he wants to do and when. As am I. And now I don't spin out in negativity. And I stopped nagging him, and our relationship has improved. And guess what? Guess what? Now he cleans the kitchen without me saying a thing. It's like magic, y'all. If you want to change how much you are drinking or eating, start asking yourself, what do you believe about alcohol or food or how you consume it? Do you believe you should be polite and accept food and drinks at every event? That you should comply because of the work the host went into preparing it? That's probably a deep belief you have based on how you were raised. But guess what? If you don't want to drink and eat all the things, this belief is probably not serving you very well, yeah? So stop believing it. Really, you don't have to keep believing that. It's not a fact. It isn't a rule that everyone follows. You don't have to eat or drink anything if you don't want to. What do you want to believe in social situations? I like this one. I don't need to show appreciation or that I'm a good friend by eating and drinking all the things. I can say no thank you and be true to myself and what I want while still being a nice guest. We can also have beliefs about our goals. Do you believe you can stop over drinking? Do you believe you can reduce your desire for the wine? Do you believe that you can be someone that isn't always obsessing about drinking? I believe that anything is possible. I believe that we are all capable of creating the exact life we want to live. I believe it's so hard, I think it's a fact. I believe that I could be somebody that could remove their over-desire for alcohol and processed foods. I believe that my life would be better on the other side of that work. I developed a belief about these things over time. Often we can't click into a new belief system without practicing these thoughts over and over again and working out all the counter beliefs when they come up. I recommend to my clients that they write out their goals every single day in their journals as beliefs, as sentences. My current beliefs are that I am coaching 200 women privately in 2019. I also believed that I could run a 1/2 marathon in 2 hours. The running thing is super cool because I had never ran that fast before, but I trained and I knew that physically I was capable of it, but that I needed to manage my mind to get the results I wanted. So I chose to believe that I would do it. My belief was that it would happen. I visualized myself crossing the finish line under 2 hours. I believed it hard. I believed it so hard that I started crying knowing that I would actually do it because I believed in it that much. When you have deep beliefs, they become true, right? You believe you are horrible at math? What are your results from that belief? You are horrible at math. You believe that you can't work without a clear plan or objectives? Your results? You aren't working at your highest level. You believe that you will never conquer this over-drinking stuff? Your results are that you're staying stuck. What do you want to believe? When I was running that half marathon, I thought, well, I can believe that I will run it under 2 hours, or I could believe I might not run it at that pace. I chose to believe that I could, even though I had no evidence that this would be my reality. I had never run a half marathon at that pace before. My long runs, my 10, 11, 12-mile runs, were not at a 9-minute mile. They were like 9.5, 9:45 minute. I had no evidence that I could be that goal, but I chose to believe that I would do it. So I believed I would, and when I believed it, I felt energized and excited, and I visualized myself crossing that finish line under 2 hours. And guess what? I ran it at 2 hours and 40-some seconds. Unbelievable. It was so exciting for me to believe that it was possible and then to actually do it. The only evidence that I had that this belief would work is that I practiced believing in myself all the time. I believed I would have a successful coaching practice helping women stop over drinking, and now I do. I believed I could lose weight permanently, and now I have. I believed I could reduce my desire to overdrink, and now I have. Do you see that? Like, I have practiced believing hard. I practiced believing in my goals and that they will happen. I had to believe all of these things were possible before they actually happened, though. Do you guys see that? You have to believe it so hard that you think it's a fact, like it's non-negotiable. There's no room for doubt. And when that doubt creeps in, you quickly get rid of it. I believe I am coaching 200 women this year. 200 women are looking for my help right now. 200 women that want to have new beliefs about themselves and want a big transformation in their lives. I'm only a quarter of way through the year and I haven't coached the 200 women yet, but I have no doubt in my mind that I will get there. I am getting there. I am coaching women, right? But I'm not going to get there until the end of the year, right? But I believe that I will. I believe that I am doing it. What do you want to believe? Do you want to believe that you can have a healthy relationship with alcohol without feeling deprived or like you are missing out? Do you want to never have a hangover again? Do you believe it's possible? It is. All of it is possible, but you have to tap into your belief system. You have to challenge your current beliefs. I suggest writing them out on the paper in the journal. What do you believe is possible? And you have to practice believing it and then get out of your own way. I can help you generate new beliefs, and all you need to do is schedule a free 30-minute consultation with me. The link is in the podcast notes. Let me help you generate some new beliefs that will help you achieve your goals much faster than you originally thought possible. I believe in you. Let's get to work, my friend. Till next week. Also, if you enjoy this podcast, I'd love it if you could take 5 minutes and review me on iTunes. You can do it right from your phone. Open your podcast player, click on my show, and then scroll down until you see review. Click on the 5th star. Then scroll a little bit more and click on write a review, and then leave a few sentences about how amazing my podcast is. I really appreciate it, and the more reviews I get, the more women see my podcast, and the more people I can help. So get over there and review me. Do it now. Okay, bye.